Hello, this is Doyle. You're listening to Spirit Talk Show. Spirit Talk Show, bedtime stories for grown-ups. I don't think I've been saying that the last few weeks. But at Spirit Talk Show, we generate these stories using AI. They are generated on the spot, and we read them cold. So sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes we laugh about what comes up, but AI sometimes makes mistakes. That doesn't really understand doesn't really understand the real human condition yet, but it will soon. So of course I like to have friends in this studio with me, and I don't really have a friend in the studio today. What I have is I think you've officially become a co-host. What do you think?
I'm okay with that.
Okay, I think you are a co-host. So I have my co-host in the studio with me, Howie, the fabulous, the sexy, the talented, the Hispanic. Howie is in the studio. Hey, Howie.
Hey, Doyle. How's it going?
Hey, so this idea we had here today, I'm not sure. Oh, I noticed you put gay in there. We're going to try something new. We don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to do a read your own adventures story. So what do you think? You think it's going to work?
Let's try it. Let's see how it works.
Okay, so I've started reading the prompts first. So what this is write a choose your own adventure story that is gay themed and provides links for the short choices. Well, and ChatGPT says certainly below is a short gay themed choose your own adventure story. Since I can't provide direct clickable links, I'll format the choices as prompts, and you can envision selecting as you read. Now, so basically when we read, we're going to have to scroll up and down. I hope it's not too far to scroll, so we'll see. Yeah. So you want to start reading, and then we'll talk about the choice? Okay.
Yeah, I can read.
Okay.
A new beginning. You've just moved to a small town after leaving behind a chaotic life in the city. It's your first evening in the town, and you find yourself strolling down the main street, taking in the sights and sounds of the sleepy town. The air is crisp, the stars are bright, and you're hoping for a fresh start. As you pass a cozy cafe, you notice a young man sitting alone at an outdoor table reading a book. He looks up and catches your eye, offering a friendly smile. What do you do? Do you walk into the cafe and sit at the counter to order a drink? Or do you go over to the table and strike up a conversation?
So what do you think you would do, Howie?
I'm a little shy, so normally I would order a drink, but I think I'm feeling a little risky tonight. So
feeling risky?
I think I'm going to strike up a conversation.
You're okay, you want to go to number 2, so we're scrolling down to 3, and then I will read it, right?
Okay.
The conversation. You muster up the courage to walk over to the table. The young man looks up from his book. His eyes light up with a welcoming warmth. You take a deep breath, trying to shake off the nervousness in your stomach. Hi, you say.
Wait, do you say it like that?
Hey! Yeah, I don't know why I say that. Hey! I wasn't supposed to be. Make sure your mouth's closer to the mic when you talk, by the way. But
okay.
Hey! He went, okay, let me say this again. You shake the nervousness from your stomach. You say, hi. You say, awkwardly, I just moved here, and I couldn't help but notice you. Mind if I join you? He puts down his book, grinning. Of course, have a seat. As you sit down, he introduces himself as Ben. Bend over. He's been in town for a while, and he offers to show you around if you're interested.
That was fast.
Wow, it's first meeting. Sacramento. You can tell there's something easy about it.
Wow, hey. This is going to get risque.
Wow. And you start to feel, no, not what you think you're feeling, a little less out of place. What do you accept his offer? Of course you do. And ask him to show you the best spots in town, or ask him more about his life and what he likes about the town.
I would totally accept his offer and ask him to show me around the town.
Yeah, but I know we will accept his offer, but I don't think we should get to know him more so he doesn't
You want to get to know him more first?
Yeah.
He's already saying he's easy.
He's easy. Okay. I think we accept his offer. It says go to scene 6. Accept his offer and to show around town. I know what parts of town you want to see. Okay, let's see. We're going to go to scene 6. Find scene 6. Okay, there's 6.
Okay, scene 6, the tour. Ben meets up with you the following Wow, they waited that long.
Saturday's
Okay.
well, it could
following-
be Friday,
Oh,
right?
that's true. Okay.
But that's, I mean, odd way to say it was Friday, describing it as the following
Yeah.
Saturday.
He takes you on a casual tour of the town, pointing out the best cafe, the local park, and even the little hidden bookstore that's easy to miss.
Gasworks.
You you enjoy his company, and you walk. And as you walk, there's a gentle tension between you. His hand brushes yours a few times, and it's not clear whether it's accidental or intentional. It's intentional.
It's intentional.
At the end of the day, you find yourselves at the edge of town. Wow, they went all the way to the edge of town,
Wow.
right? Near a beautiful little lake. It's quiet and peaceful here.
No one's
Ben
around.
pauses, glancing at you as the sun sets behind the hills.
He takes you to a place that's secluded by the lake on your first date. Is it a date? I think it's a date.
I think it's a date, yeah.
Okay, so do you...
So what do you do? Do you lean in for a kiss, feeling
Alrighty.
the connection between you both? Or do you ask him about his relationships and if he's seen anyone? They haven't discussed that yet.
I think we need to go to number 2 because leaning in for a kiss is a little bit early.
I think this story is going to end a little too quick if we go in for the kiss now.
Yeah, well, is that how it works for you? You probably need to seek medical attention.
Wait, I usually skip the kiss.
No, when you lean in for the kiss, that's the end for you. Like, oh, that's it. You're done. Okay, we're going to ask him about his relationship, and if he's seeing anyone. So that's scene number 13. Oh, I guess that's way down.
Wow.
That's
Oh,
9,
look at all the
10,
stuff
11.
we're missing.
Okay, here we go. Talking about relationships. You ask Ben about his past relationships, and he seems open and honest. He talks about the heartbreaks and the lessons learned. It's clear that he's someone who values emotional connection. Gosh, the gay community. It's like a unicorn and doesn't rush things. Freaking a pink unicorn. As you listen, you realize that there's no pressure here. It's okay to take things slow, and maybe, just maybe, there's potential for something beautiful between you. Do you ask him if you'd like to explore something deeper with you?
Much deeper.
You ask him if he'd like to explore something deeper with you? Oh, not with
Not within you.
I read it wrong. I thought it was getting really naughty there for a second. It says, ask him if he'd like to explore something deeper with you. Well, that's still kind of bad.
Yeah.
Decide to just enjoy your time together without any expectations. What do you think?
I'd really like him to explore something deeper.
Okay, that's 26. We're on that. What was that?
No.
Going to go all the way down to 26.
Oh,
okay.
gosh.
We're going to 26. We're going to 26. We're going to 26. Wait,
what happened?
what happened? It's come back.
There's two stories.
There's 2 stories? Wait, where's 26
Where's
then?
26?
Okay, wait. 17. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, it ends at...
Oh, it ended at the story. Okay, well, we're not going to pick 26.
Okay, I guess we'll be picking...
But it doesn't have a
There's no
27 either. Okay, I think we're going to go back. So we're going to go back. What was the previous one? Was it the... So we have to... Are we going to go in for the kiss? Let's go back for the kiss.
Okay.
Which one was that?
The tour.
You
We
knew
were at the tour.
the
Go
tour.
down,
Was that the
go
tour?
down.
Okay.
That's where we were. The kiss. There we go.
The kiss. You
Okay.
lean in for a kiss. Okay, number 12.
All right.
We've decided to go back in time. It's like that. My favorite play, All in the Timing. Did you ever see that play? And it's not my favorite play, but it's a really good play. Neil Simon. Is it Neil Simon? Is that?
I don't know.
You've probably seen some of his plays, but there's a scene in it where these 2 people are trying to meet, and every time somebody says something dumb or awkward, a bell rings and they go back in time to try it again.
Fun.
To try it again. Like he says, "Yeah, I have a roommate. She's really nice. She's my mother." Ding, and it goes back to before he said that, so he can say something different. Okay, whose turn is it to read? It's
12. Okay. As the sunset paints the sky in shades of pink and orange, you lean in slowly, your heart racing. Ben doesn't pull away. In fact, he meets you halfway, his lips soft and warm against yours. The world seems to fade away as you share this quiet, intimate moment. When you pull back, there's a twinkle in his eyes. "You're a good kisser," he says with a smile. "What do you do next? Do you laugh and tell him you'd like to see where this goes? Or do you take a step back and unsure of rushing into something so quickly?" Oh.
So the problem is here that it says 24, and it seems like the story ends at 17. So maybe we should just read
read some of these.
some of the other parts. Okay, let's go back up here. We're going back to the beginning of the relationship here. It makes no sense. Okay. Did we do the chat?
We didn't do the chat. No.
Okay, so I'll read the chat. This is the chat early in the meeting. You invite Ben to sit next to you. Yeah, you do. And he eagerly agrees.
He's easy.
Settling into a stool beside you. Yeah, they call it a stool now. The two of you start talking about everything and nothing. The transition from a city, the charm of a small town, the quirky little things about this place. You learn that Ben lived for several years and has deep ties to the community. As the conversation flows, there's a natural chemistry between you, and the hours seem to slip away. Eventually, as he asks if you'd like to get together again sometime, do you say yes, suggest meeting next weekend, politely decline, and offer to stay friends?
Oh gosh.
Well, let's see what happens if he declines. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Well, do you want to read the decline, or do you want to read the other one?
Let's do the decline.
Okay, so here we go. This is you, decline. You're such a fool.
Staying friends. You politely turn down Ben's offer, but assure him that you're happy to stay friends. He seems disappointed, but understands and respects your decision. Over time, the two of you become good friends, and you support each other as you navigate your new lives in the town. It's not what you initially hoped for, but it feels right. As the months pass, you find yourself opening up more and more, and Ben is a constant source of comfort. You realize that maybe you didn't need to rush things after all. Oh, maybe it could turn into something.
Okay, this is okay. Let's go back.
Okay.
So we said declined, okay, but now this one you say yes, suggesting meeting up next weekend. Why are they waiting for so long to meet up? Okay, so this is scene 9. This is such a mess. It's funny. Okay. No, that was... Scene 9 was staying friends. Scene 8 is you say yes. Okay. Okay. A new chapter. You agree to meet up with Ben again next weekend. As you leave the cafe that night, you feel a flutter in your chest. There's something special about him. And you're excited to see where this could go. You've only just started getting to know him, but you feel a connection already. The weekend arrives, and you and Ben spend more time together. Over the next few weeks, the bond between you deepens. Your attraction grows, and before you know it, the two of you are inseparable. Do you and Ben start dating and see where the love takes you? That's 16. We have that. Or do you enjoy being close friends, but take things slowly, savoring each moment?
I like a good love story.
Good love story. So you want it to be 16.
Yeah.
Okay, so 16 is the one. So you're going to read 16. There we go.
A love story begins. Your relationship with Ben grows over time, filled with laughter, affection, and the simple joys of life. You explore new places together, and before long, you both realize that it is something special. The future feels bright, and it's the beginning of a new chapter for both of you.
Okay.
That sounds like the end.
This is the end. There's no more choices.
It's
but
so weird that it gave us like scene 23, scene
and
24, and we only go up to 17.
17. Well, let's read what happens if you stayed content as friends.
Okay.
As the months passed, you both continue to enjoy close and supportive friendship. While there's no romantic spark, the bond you share is fulfilling in your own way. You're content with where things stand, and know that no matter what, you have a loyal friend by your side.
Oh, either way, it's a beautiful relationship.
It was good. Let's see if this one actually has all the choices.
Okay.
Let's see how many choices does it go to. This only gets down to 9.
9, but
okay.
It says to go to 20.
So just right there in chat GPT, type, give me the rest of the choices. Give me the, okay. So so you can get away from the mic for a second. And while he is doing that, if you guys would like to get involved, spirittalkshow.com, please listen to the show and look at the descriptions. I'm talking to one of our past guests about doing a script that she wrote on the play, right? So let's see if we can get more of the let's see if we can get something more. I want ChatGPT in season 4 to be about people's personal stories. I also want it to be about about, of course, the AI generated stuff and stuff like that. Okay, so now this one, we don't know if it's gonna produce all the rest of the choices.
Let's see.
What is that? 14. Is that so? What? That's 21. That's 22.
Oh God, it says 47.
Okay,
Yeah.
say okay. Well, see the best we can do here. Okay.
It's a murder mystery this time.
It's a murder. Okay.
Still gay themed though.
Of course, because I don't know if you guys ever met Howie in real life. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is a choose your own adventure, gay themed murder mystery that provides links and choices, and it says, of course, we have choices. Okay. So whose turn it is to read?
I'll read.
Okay.
The case of the Midnight Masquerade. You're a detective, and tonight you've been called to a mysterious case. An elegant masquerade ball at the luxurious Riverside mansion has ended in tragedy. The host, Julian Rivers, a well-known philanthropist, was found dead in his study, a knife buried deep in his chest. The guests, dressed in elaborate costumes and masks, are all suspects. The lights were dim, the music was loud, and the atmosphere was more than a little charged, especially with your ex, Chris, being among the attendees. Your heart races. You've been avoiding Chris for months, but now you have no choice but to face him. You walk into the mansion's grand entrance, greeted by the imposing staircase leading up to the study where Julian was found. The guests stand in clusters, whispering and eyeing each other nervously. The mansion's dim lighting casts shadows over their faces, and everyone is still wearing their masks. What do you do first? Do you interview the first person you see, a tall masked man standing near the entrance? Go directly to Julian's study to examine the crime scene, or look for Chris in the crowd and comfort him?
Confront him.
Confront him.
Yeah,
Oh.
so I think you wouldn't want to confront right away. I don't think you want to talk to people until you've examined the crime scene, right?
Yeah, so let's
examine the crime scene. You make your way up to Julian's study, this crime scene, where the murder occurred. The room is large, with an elegant dark wood furniture and expensive artwork lining the walls. A large desk sits in the middle of the room, perhaps papers scattered on top. The study door is slightly ajar, and you push it open to find a grim scene. Julian's body lies slumped in the chair, his face pale and is under the mask he had worn. For the event, a large knife is embedded in his chest. The room looks neat, save for a few overturned chairs, broken glasses at the desk. The most curious thing, however, is the open window. Distant winds rustle the curtains. As you inspect the body, you notice something unusual. A small gold cufflink near his hand. It looks familiar, as though you've seen it before. Do you examine the cufflink and see if it has any identifying marks? Examine the broken glass and overturned chairs, wondering if there was a struggle. Check the window, see if someone may have entered and exited through it.
Well, we're on the cufflink, so...
So I think I would probably examine the cufflink, but then I would do number 3, check if there's the window. But let's see, this is scene number 7, and this is you right there.
Okay, the cufflink. You pick up the cufflink, inspecting it closely. It has an intricate design resembling a lion's head, with a small engraving on the back. It's definitely not something someone would just casually lose. As you study it, you realize it looks identical to the cufflinks worn by none other than Julian's partner, William. Could this be evidence that William was involved in the murder? What do you do next? Do you go find William and question him about the cufflink? Or take the cufflink back to the mansion staff and ask if they've seen anyone wearing a similar one?
I don't know. I think, I'd probably talk to the staff first. I don't want, if he was the murderer, you don't want to be tipping him off right away, right?
Right. You might scare him away.
Yeah, so let's see, 16. Hopefully there is a 16.
Oh, gosh.
Is there a 16? There is a 16,
Yeah,
okay.
all right.
You approach William, showing,
Oh, wait.
Oh no. Did I
Maybe
click
it
it
was
on?
17?
Do you remember what number that was?
Okay.
So we have to go back to, which one was called? The cufflink?
The
Is that-
cufflink, yeah.
There's a broken glass. There's a
there it
cufflink.
is. 17.
17, right?
That was 17.
Was 17? Oh, did it mess up?
Might have messed up, yeah.
ChatGPT messed up. Oh, no, 17. Oh,
Staff's
knowledge.
All right.
You head downstairs to speak to the staff about the cufflink. One of the waiters, a young man named Lucas, seemed familiar with it. I saw Mr. Williams wearing it, a set just like that earlier tonight, but I also noticed he was acting a little strange. He was glancing towards the study. Lucas seems to know more than he's letting on, but his nervousness is palatable. What do you do next? Ask Lucas more about William's behavior tonight. 36. I don't know if we have a 36. Inquire if Lucas noticed anything else suspicious. So I don't think we have those. So you know what? I think ChatGPT is messing up here because it's giving choices that it's then not producing. That's kind of weird.
Up until now, ChatGPT has been amazing. It's the stuff that it writes. Whenever you want it to talk about Sacramento, for instance, it has all the Sacramento landmarks. It's been pretty good. Tonight, it's
what I like the stories it's doing, but what it's not doing is it's giving you a choice like 36, but there's no 36 to go to. I'm presuming there's no 36 to go. Yeah, it stops at
22.
Stops at 22. So let me see here. Let's see what we can do. So tell me what you've been doing lately.
What have I been doing? Oh, I've been dealing with clients with my string quartet. It's finally taking off. I've got some gigs out this month and next month, and out all the way until November. So it's been pretty good for us.
And give people information about it. Where can they find you, and what do you guys do? What kind of events do you do, and where can I find information about your quartet?
Okay, well, you can find information about our string quartet at quartetstrings.com. And we do all sorts of events, weddings in particular, wedding ceremonies, receptions, cocktail hours. We've done several funerals, parties, Christmas parties. Around Christmas time is a big one. So we'll play for any event that people need a string quartet for.
And if someone does need a string quartet, like a string quartet is, I'm sorry, so silly, it's 4 people.
That's 4 people, so 2 violins, a viola, and a cello.
Okay. And so you have people that you employ to do this stuff?
Yeah, so I have a core group of members that I call to, so I'm the manager. People, clients get in touch with me, and I arrange the gig basically, and then I hire my musicians. I have a core group of musicians that I call, but sometimes things come up and you've got to find a substitute. But there's 4 main players that play all the gigs.
Okay, wow. And you have the same people that come every time?
Pretty much, yeah.
Cool. And what's the longest gig you've ever done?
The longest gig I've ever done is probably about 4 hours.
4 hours.
I've done several 3-hour gigs, but the longest one I've done is 4 hours.
Have you showed up to a gig and they pay you, but they really don't need you to play?
Yeah, so a couple times they'll hire for 3 hours, but they really only need us for 2.5 or 2 hours, and they let us go, but we still get the pay.
Okay,
so
cool.
That's really nice.
Is this one of the things that people tip for?
Yeah, people always tip. Yeah,
People always tip.
People always tip. Yeah. It's good practice to tip your vendors.
You definitely should practice you should tip your quartet. It's not, if you're wondering if you should tip the quartet, yes, you should tip the quartet. So I'm going to try to do something funny here. We're going to go back to the Muppets.
Okay.
I'm going to do a monologue, a Shakespearean monologue about Muppets. Let's see what it does here.
All
okay. Right. Can you turn the screen a little bit to me?
Sure.
A lone figure stands center stage, bathed in a glow of eternal light. His eyes shine with the earnest fervor. Okay. Make sure you're talking into the microphone. It's like you've never done this before. As they turn to the audience with a grand gesture, it's none other than Kermit the Frog, donned in his usual green attire, though this moment to address the crowd. Oh, wondrous creatures, fashioned from the I didn't know I was gonna have to do Kermit the Frog in Shakespeare. Let's start again. Oh, wondrous creatures, famous from the hands. Oh, artful minds, those craft doth weave the strands. It's hard. Oh, lessened foam in living jest, with curious play and hath brought thee to the crest. For stout these Muppets, strange yet full of grace, doth stir the souls with joy upon thy face. Behold the Foz, with wit so dry, so keen, his jest, his arrows sharp, and his swift as are seen, jest upon, doth fly from his dear lips, and oft his humour doth land with many slips. Has anybody ever done Kermit the Frog's voice in Shakespeare before? Yet still we laugh, for he, though flawed, doth play the merry fool who sought, who cares allay, And Gonzo, brave and odd as any beast, with the talents far too strange for any feast. In truth, doth show that even in the most unlikely form, a heart can shine engrossed in wonders wild, in dreams beyond the sky, to soar through wings be lacking, he doth try. And Miss Piggy, oh, what artiste, with charm. What's that word?
Artifice.
Artifice. This is not like orifice. The diva grand, her presence boasts to charm, lashes long, gaze of regal might. She rules the stage as stars do rule the night. Her beauty fierce, doth both and bold. Her heart so tender, yet spirit gold. Then Slater, Waldorf, the two old souls of wit, who bicker aloud, yet their hearts still sit. In silent bond they mock and admire. The fire doth heart they tire. Yo, wow, I'm running out of time. I'm going to do the last verse here. So let us laugh, let music fill the air, for Muppets, though they seem beyond to compare, but are but a mirror held to hearts of men, to teach the friendships once again. So that was hilarious.
That was really good.
Did I stay on voice?
You for the most part, yeah.
Most of the part? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry for that you spent 2 minutes listening to that in your life. Thank you for that time in your life. It was really funny. So we're about to take a break here and come back for part 2. I say a break because this broadcast live in Sacramento, but you're probably listening to it on the podcast. But take a break. We'll come back after this. SpiritTalkShow.com. Bedtime stories for grown-ups. Come back after this. And I got to realize how to stop it.